Whoa, Greg. You do some fucked up shit, man. Okay, you got me. Whoa, look at the time. And my break's over. 100% Beef is back with the part 2 of the subscriber special. What is a 200 subscriber special without a Q&A? Like, come on, it's what all the cool kids are doing now. I really sounded like an old fart when I did that. A minor slip up I did. I screwed up with not getting the rap review done, like I said. But to answer your question, since this is a Q&A, I might as well answer it in here. I changed my mind a lot. I'm an enigma. You never know what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna start with the easier questions, and later on you'll get to know what my top 10 favorite Eminem songs are and what my top 10 favorite rappers are. If I could have beef with any rapper, who would it be? I don't like beef. I was always that kid trying to be friends with everyone. I still try to be friends with everyone. But if I had to beat with someone, I would only uh motive for me was just to get famous, like, and I'd have to choose Drake if I had to choose someone, because he's one of the biggest things out there. So go straight for the poppin' rappers, right? Like, get all the publicity. Right after, I'll probably apologize. What I'm most excited for my channel is that with every new subscriber I get, is this feeling that I get a little bit of a better chance of showing up in the right person's recommendation.
Hard work pays off, but where's my paycheck? Still grinding, it's like a needle in a haystack. A rapper in a small town, but still represented. Then I'm coming up from nothing and you're fucking recommended.
That I need to start my rap or comedy career and bring everyone that helped me with me if I can. That I'm just that much closer to my dreams. Or just stay here on YouTube if it's financially possible, but add pop clips, and I like to fucking swear, so I don't know. Hopefully some brands will pick me up, but I love you guys to death, and getting to meet new people that have the same interests as I do is one of the best parts of doing YouTube. I just want to add that in there, seriously. Like, thanks. It's really cool to, become friends with you guys. So, my biggest inspiration for YouTube and rap is pain. I take terrible things that happen around me and either joke about them in a comedy or write a rap about them. I like using something that's bugged me that you said, or, some shady move you did to me, and I'll secretly make fun of it in a comedy. Pretty simple as also, I am like, I'm just to be honest, like, ever since I was little, I always wanted to be in the spotlight or be a celebrity.
People treat me like a former celebrity. Hey, thanks, and I'm just a normal entity.
I mean, I really enjoy doing this. Like, I have a passion for it. I'm not just like, hey, I'm just gonna blow up, and I try to make enjoyable shit too. And it's a perk to also want to blow up, because that keeps you going too. So, that's two of my biggest inspirations. What made me start YouTube? I started because I was 17 and I was shooting for the stars, like I said, but I actually was like thinking this could be a job, or like I was scared. Like, I was 17, I was like, what am I gonna do the rest of my life? And I was thinking it was my first step to getting big as a rapper. Being 17, I wanted to make it before I had to settle down and get a real job. With my mental illnesses altogether, that's not a problem right now, because I just can't do it.
Since preschool, my anxiety made me displacent. Then from endless job to job for a small paycheck. While I wanna die from high expectations. I'm not good enough, and I leave impatient.
It was the desperation of wanting a different life too. Like, it wasn't just wanting a job. I also like took it as like that would be my happiness. If I get big, that's gonna solve all my problems. And I can tell you now, that's not. I realize that's not the case because, I mean, you have to find happiness within yourself, and I'm glad I realized that. Um, I think a lot of upcoming rappers should realize that like you should do it for fun because you enjoy it, and don't let that consume you because it's easy for it to consume you. But yeah, I just wanted a different life for myself and the uncertainty of childhood. That's what made me start YouTube. So my top 5 rappers who inspired me. These 5 answers are gonna be based on when I started rap. Number 5, Dr. Dre. I listen a lot to his music, and especially the stuff he did with Eminem, and I respected his wisdom as a new rapper. Coming up when I was a new rapper trying to start rap, I respect his wisdom on the game. His music interests me, and he taught me to be careful who you trust. Like when NWA split it up, and he taught me to stand up for what you believe in, even if some people are against it, like signing Eminem. His music didn't really inspire me, but it was more his actions that did. Dr. Dre is about hard work, loyalty, and respect, and I live by these things to this day. Number 4, Lil Wayne. I listened to a lot of Lil Wayne getting into rap. I always liked his bars for how clever they were, and Lil Wayne always sounds like he's having fun with rap and the punchlines he tells. When I do wordplay that is meant as a joke, I have to give it to Lil Wayne for inspiring me to rap like that.
Tough pill to swallow, fuck vitamins. You wanna pop mollies?
Number 3, Royce da 5'9". My favorite album was Bad Meets Evil, and Royce da 5'9" was a part of it. He was in one of my favorite songs called Lighters. If it wasn't for him being in Bad Meets Evil and me not listening to the album to death, I'm sure my flow would be a lot different nowadays. Number 2, 50 Cent. I wanted to be the next 50 Cent when I first started. I listened to a lot of his music. I made a custom t-shirt at the mall because I couldn't find any 50 Cent t-shirts. I wanted to be a part of G-Unit. I wanted 50 Cent to sign me. That was my purpose of sending him those links. But y'all know my number 1. Number 1, Eminem. Eminem was the guy I listened to the most starting out. Well, still do. He was the first one I listened to when I was getting into rap. I wanted to rap just like him for the longest time and be the next Eminem. Eminem helped me give a love for hip-hop, and he's the number 1 rapper who inspired me. What goes through my mind when I try to tell a story through music? First off, I want to say I'm trying to give 2 sides to the story in my newer music. In my older music, I tell a more one-sided story on the situation. I'm sure I'm gonna rap like this again when I'm upset in the future, but I'm trying to give it a level-headed response that tells a clearer picture of what happened. So that's what goes through my mind. Firstly, recently when I try to tell a story. But to answer your question, my lyrics are literally a story step by step of what happened. I've always been a storyteller. I love to just sit here and like talk with you guys. Like that's a huge passion of mine. That's why you always like see me in rap reviews talk about things like relate to me. Have you ever had a girlfriend that drove you crazy but you're crazy for? Someone that was pretty much like your sister but annoyed you like one? Don't take that the wrong way either. It's a metaphor. No, I understand completely about this concept. Like, I always like to review my own raps, or if, like, at any chance, I love telling stories, and, like, the comedies are pretty much a story. So, it comes naturally to me. Like, I don't want to brag. I feel it comes naturally to me, in my opinion. Like, I could be fucking terrible and not know about it, but yeah, that's what helps me. And I do the same thing when I write a rap. I tell a story, and I just I try to word it exactly like I'm saying it to someone, like, but I only rhyme, and that's the only catch. Like, I make sure I rhyme, and if I have to stop the sentence to continue in the next part of the next line to make it rhyme, I will.
I'm getting no rest, bro. Upload this, take melatonin on a dresser. Trying to zone out is the best for me. Circle has no effect anymore. Jeez.
I don't really think about how I'm gonna tell it versus just saying everything I wanted to say. Like, when I go into a song, I'm like, I want to say this. I want to say this to get off my chest, and it's harder for me to keep the lyrics going the second verse because I end up saying everything I wanted to in the first verse. That's something I've been working on, so I just try to expand on what I say in the second verse. That's what I used to do, but I'm gonna try to tell the other side of the story now, in my upcoming music. And to give you a straight answer, I just write it. Like, I never like I I rarely proof draw an outline. I just think of something, write what I want to say, and maybe do a second draft sometimes, but that's what I do. So, what made me start rapping? There's actually like 3 or 4 reasons to why I started rapping. Like, I started actually like, I used to write raps, but like what started me is, I think, is the acceptance of it. Like, I'd say I was popular, but then again, I didn't want to be. I'm an introvert. So like,
It's a real struggle in this bubble. Not as bubbly as everyone thinks. I'm probably in my room like the wallfire I was before this popularity.
I still spend time with my friends, like, but like, after a day or so, like, it's nothing against them. I just feel like my energy drain, like, being around people and having to read facial gestures, and it takes a lot out of an introvert, and that's why, like, I felt like I wanted to fit in, because like, it is part of my autism. Like, I just feel like I'm trying to connect with people, and it's frustrating, and that's how rap made me feel like I was like, accepted.
These fans made me feel more powerful. I can stand up for myself like a tall tower, though. Lost for words sometimes to be vocal.
Even though, like, I was well liked in high school, like I said, like, I was well liked, but then I started rapping, and I think that's when I started becoming popular, if that makes sense. Like, so yeah, so rap helped me get out of my shell, kind of, but then rap was really fun for me, like, because I wanted to be a soft rock / pop star in middle school. I started writing songs in like middle school, and I wanted to, like, I come from a musical background. That's my dad playing guitar in the background, if you can barely hear it. But my mom played guitar. My dad, they're both in the same band. That they used to be in a rock band, and I'm like, it's in my blood. So I think I got like my mom, like, my mom's love of like lyrics and analyzing it, and I think I got my grandmother's writing ability. It all came together, like, because I'm like, it was in my blood. I couldn't play an instrument with her shit. Well, that's where I differed from like my family. I'm like, I was the one that couldn't play the instrument, and God knew I'm not a rock star, but I had the ability to spit hot bars. That was frustrating for me. So like rap was perfect. Like I said this before, but like it helped me express everything, and that's how I fell in love with rap. Like I was able. That's why I love rap. Rap is my best form of expression. Like I was able to explain everything.
Poetry explains everything for you.
So the second was, I think it helped me cope with all the bullshit. Like I said, it helped me explain everything I had to deal with when I was 15. I had a rough childhood, and I want to make an album just about my childhood. But rap was there for the climax. What started me rapping, my friend Brandon Holland got me into rap. Shout out to Brandon Holland if you're watching this. We used to write raps on the bus, and he put that spark into me to take it seriously a year later. Like, I was just having fun with it, and I wanted to look cool in front of Brandon, and that's what I meant when I said to look cool. Like, I also wanted to look cool in front of everybody else to feel accepted, like I said earlier, because of my autism. But I feel like that's, like, I wanted to like be cool. Like, it's like, come on. It's like, I was really curious. Like, I wrote pop songs. I'm like, hey, I'll try rap. He originally was the one that was starting up a rap group because he had this dream, he had this vision, like, what if, like, we went to California.
And now, our feature presentation.
I hope that answers your questions. Now we're gonna go to the top 10 rappers of all time. So, my number 10 is Royce da 5'9". I'm a huge fan of Bad Meets Evil, and Royce da 5'9" is part of that. I love the whole album. That's the album that got me into rap too. Like Eminem and then Bad Meets Evil, like that really got me into rap. So, it has a special part, like, place in my heart. I love his flow and rhymes. Fastlane, Caterpillar, and Lighters are among my favorites from Royce. I like the shit he did with Slaughterhouse with The Other Side. The song is relatable in a way for me. Not because I've been locked up before, because I was in a mental hospital. Like I said, I'm making an album about my childhood. You'll get the scoop on that. I really should listen to more of his original work, because I know it'll hold up. I bought his Book of Ryan. I've been listening to it. It's been pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Number 9 is Tupac. Tupac is relatable, not by being a thug, obviously I'm not, but he's relatable by feeling like you're stuck in your life and you can't get out. Being autistic and bipolar limited me a lot. Like, Tupac was limited by him having to support himself at a young age and ended up dealing drugs because of it. You feel in a rut and you want to scream, fuck the world. I like that song. That's also why I love his song Changes, because I'm still autistic, I'm still bipolar. It's definitely not the same thing as being poor, but Tupac felt things would never get better with his circumstances, which I feel sometimes.
I'm weakened and streaking hopeless when I wrote this. Mo's on YouTube making no bucks daily. Grinding for a future, maybe I'm a loser.
Being autistic and bipolar, and yeah, they both hold you down. I love his song If I Die Tonight because it explains you're given shitty cards and you're not meaning to do what you are doing. It made me feel better if I fuck up in a stressful situation, that I'm not the bad guy here. I'm such a nice guy. If you know, I get pissed because you're in the wrong, I feel in the wrong. So, yeah, on some next shit, man. Another thing about Tupac is that I respect that he never sugarcoated being a thug. You know, a lot of thug rappers glamorize it and make it sound dope. Well, Tupac kept it real. He even stated in one of his songs that being a thug isn't cool. In the song "Fuck the World," he also touched on a lot of serious problems, and he adapted rap music as it is today, speaking how you feel about what you're going through with no filter, and with no filter. And what you disagree with, and like not being afraid to say that. I respect that. And number 8 is Lloyd Banks. I love Lloyd, but before we go into Lloyd Banks, I also want to touch on Tupac said the thing. Tupac never tried to piss people off either. He told the truth, and like that's what I really respect about Tupac, because like, you know, you always get these people like I have no problem with shock value rappers, but Tupac wasn't trying to shock people. He was telling you the fucking truth, and he did not sugarcoat it. So that's what I respect from him. But anyway, Lloyd Banks. So I just stole Lloyd Banks' spot. So like, I gotta keep talking about Tupac, but Lloyd Banks. I love Lloyd Banks' rhyming, flow, and vibe. Love the song he did with Eminem, "Where I'm At." That's completely underrated. It helps out after a salty breakup with someone, and it's not really as well known, but and you don't know is a real rap to get pumped up with. Doper Than My Last One was one of my favorites, but Take Him to War has to be my favorite from how motivational it is. I'm also a big fan of thug rap, and he combines that with lyrics that'll amaze with anything he touches. I don't know why people don't talk about Lloyd Banks more. Like, I think Lloyd Banks should be like brought up more. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the problem is, but Flo Rida is my number 7. Flo Rida's older music I really vibed with. His song Roots was all about how he made it out of the hood, and it's a feel-good story. I wouldn't say that I relate to it directly, obviously, but I've been in shitty parts of my life, and I feel like I made it out of that time frame, and that's why I relate to it, if it makes sense. That's why I love thug rap, because, like, it just, like, I don't relate to it directly, but I relate to the feeling of being stuck, like, where you are, and that's why I love it so much, if that makes sense. Finally, here's a fantastic song as well. I'm not working a 9 to 5, but it feels like climbing up a mountain trying to become a rapper.
I've been grinding, putting in hard work, so be careful how you criticize my artwork. Hard work pays off, but where's my paycheck? Still grinding, it's like a needle in a haystack.
In the mainstream anyway. And I respect the grind story that Flo Rida told. It actually tells his backstory. And I'm like, why aren't people listening to this? One of my favorites is actually I Cry. That sounds upbeat, but it's actually about his sister dying of bronchitis. Like, it sounds more upbeat than it maybe should, but I love songs like that, though. The song's relatable and hopeful, because I lost my mother a couple years ago to cancer, and I can relate to losing a loved one.
My head's in the clouds, daydreaming she's in heaven, but as any reverend, she was destined. Miss her so much, I cried out my pupils. This I realize now is mutual. It's been so long in 2 short years.
I love songs that are dark but hopeful, and my bipolar disorder beat was intentionally happy. Just because I wanted to make it happy as something I wanted to do for my session with like dark but happy songs like Hey Ya, Semi-Charmed Life, and I Cry. I can make a separate video explaining about this and like the magic of it. Like, I'm really please say I can, but keeping it happy keeps it hope, like keeping the beat happy keeps it hopeful and not sad actually, so people want to feel better.
Manium was in my cranium, making me panic. Now the depression left him damaged. I'll figure out how this is managed. Can I leave this all in the past then?
Like, the people that want to feel better listen to this and like get pumped up when they hear it, and they relate to it at the same time. You know, if they're going through some shit versus hearing something sad, like there's definitely nothing wrong with a beat that actually fits. Because like, yeah, it's fitting. I can, like, it actually fits, and if people want to feel sad and vent, but if people want to feel happy, that's a charm to it. If they want to feel better, there are a few songs, like party songs, like Wild Ones, Whistle. You know, like Flo Rida's party songs. I like Wild Ones and Whistles, but they're not my favorites because they don't speak to me on a personal level. It really pains me to see someone that wrote songs so amazingly relatable just quit and just do party songs. Like, I get it. When you make it, you can't rap about, you know, trying to make it. But, oh my God, you're better than that, Flo Rida. I like his party songs, but he can do so much more. And, like, I don't understand why people haven't seen the side of Flo Rida, but check out his Roots album. Like, that's my favorite album from him. He kept it real. But number 6 is Kanye West. I admire Kanye West's honesty in his music. I love his storytelling, and I like a lot of his songs. My favorites are Amazing, Runaway, All Falls Down, Good Morning, and Monster when I'm in that type of mood. Amazing is, well, amazing. And I was introduced to Kanye West on NBA 2K10. Amazing is exactly what my name stands for. 100% beef. I'm gonna be a problem that can never be solved. And no matter what, you'll never take that from me. And I want to be friends with everyone. But the thing is, you can't be friends with everyone. And same thing goes if someone doesn't like your music. Just don't take it personal. Not everyone's gonna like your music. So that's where my 100% beef name comes from. But Runaway relates to me with women because I tell them to run away or
just leave my life as I procrastinate.
Just leave my life as I procrastinate, like I said on my Philophobia track. But I relate with just having women run away because they're wasting their time with me. I'm like so done with relationships, it's not even funny. Just stress me out. All Falls Down has me relating to being in college and not knowing what I'm doing sometimes, and the pressures of family trying to keep me in college because, I mean, like, family's supportive like that. If I'm able to get to college, you know, keep doing it. But also Kanye's verse, because I wear hats and I wear a gold chain just to feel better about myself. Like Kanye hit it on the head. Like I wear these to look cool. I don't wear, like, it makes me feel better about myself, and that's what Kanye was talking about. And Good Morning actually explains how I feel about college, like how I felt. I went into probation and I felt like I wasn't supposed to be in college. I've been a freshman for like 3 years. So when Kanye talks about 3 years, sophomore 3 years haven't picked a career, really relates.
How can I get a real career? I threw away my life, it's real clear. No way I'm gonna make it through college. I bet they'll never use the knowledge.
Yeah, a lot of things I like about Kanye. But number 5, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is more clever than some people think with his lyrics, in my opinion. You can disagree, but this is my list. Deal with it. that was my attempts of being edgy, but it just didn't work. Uh, but he has songs called "Fucking Get This," right? Gonorrhea. Then 6'7", he makes a lot of jokes and is really funny when he wants to be. I love what he did with Eminem with "Drop the World" and "No Love." That's actually how I got into Lil Wayne. Thanks, Eminem. But my favorites would have to be "Drop the World" and "No Love" because he relates to me feeling down in "Drop the World" and "No Love" being motivational. I love "How to Love." Actually, I like "How to Love." I read that wrong. but because it's a sweet song, especially coming from Lil Wayne. It shows you how he's versatile. Then there's Ground Zero. That gives me a good laugh anytime I hear it. I wouldn't call it a good song per se. It's a song you listen to when you want to laugh. No hate, Lil Wayne. That's just my opinion. It's one of my favorite songs from you. Okay, like ironically, it's like "Fact" from Eminem. It's not that level. I'm sorry, Lil Wayne. But number 4, Tyler the Creator. Tyler says so many things that I wish I could say. Disclaimer: I don't mean the controversial ones. Like his song "Goblin" is how I feel almost to a T. That's my favorite song from him. Then you have Yonkers, of course. I liked it for being random and random. I think that's lyrically that's a very good track from him. What the Fuck Right Now relates to me but it also relates for people not going to college and and he talks about, for Tyler, he speaks about rappers that weren't in the streets because there's that stigma that rappers have to be from the street. Everyone in the hip hop community knows that's not true, right? We know there's more music other than the hardcore gangster shit, but the thing is about that, the people outside of the hip hop community just think it's that. They think it's just gang, but it's starting to, people are starting to think it's all about fucking Xanaxes and but I'm getting off track here. But Tyler broke the stigma. He wasn't in the streets and he's like, yo, I did without the streets, and I love that. It's good. He also speaks for people who were told to grow up and not do the things they love, told what to do. And that's where I really love Tyler, because he stands for just being yourself, and I really respect that. Out of his newer shit, I do like "Who That Boy" for its vibe, and 911 Mr. Lonely. He has a great singing voice too. Good job, Tyler. Number 3, do this to you, Tyler. Sorry to do you dirty like this. Earl Sweatshirt's my 3rd favorite. Sorry, Tyler. But Earl's rhymes are on another level. You gotta give it to him. I might get some hate for this, but I feel like they're the closest they can get to Eminem's, similarity. And that's just my opinion. It's my list. Deal with it. Let me get the fucking... Deal with it. Oh, I'm so fucking intimidating. Oh, you're cool. Alright, so but I'm sure there's someone out there that spits it with more rhymes, but I haven't seen them yet. Personally, I feel Earl is an Eminem descendant. If you look up Woe Slow and rhymes, it's holy shit. It makes Eminem for a run for his money. Alright. They're phenomenal, and Hive was up there too. His relatability is also amazing. I relate to Chum, Huey, and Sunday. Chum was about not, I relate to not feeling like you fit in with that song. And Sunday is about like if you have a chick or if you have someone you need to text and you haven't texted them. Actually, based on bass poetry explains everything from the song Sunday, so that's how much I love it. But Errol Swisher is just an all-around rapper that fits what I enjoy listening to. All right, number 2, Little Dicky. His humor is amazing, and I love his flow, and his rhymes are great. I love his storytelling and his relatableness and professional rapper. Trying to be a rapper but live in a nice neighborhood. I honestly do consider my neighborhood pretty nice, and like it just relates to me because he's breaking those stereotypes. I love that, and gives me hope. Save That Money was one of my favorites too, because I'm not gonna go throw bands to women just because I'm a rapper. Like, how stupid is that? Like understandably, if that's your hustle, that's fine. If that's how you want to get women, you're just attracting the wrong women. That's what I say. But my point is, I'm not gonna throw stacks of money at women. They're gonna respect my wallets, and I'm not saying that to be an asshole. Like, I'll take them out for a date once in a while, but if they come to me for fucking rent, then they're, fuck off, bitch, right? Like, that's just my opinion. Hey, but if he was more deep, like his song Molly was, like I felt like, wow, like he'd be like, I'm sorry, Eminem, but he'd be creeping up on you some. Shit, I just gave it away. You already know he was my number 1. You knew it. Everyone knew it. Everyone knew it here. But, but no, it's like, if he does more deep emotional songs, he'd be my number 1. I feel like he does too much comedy. Like, his comedy is great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, keep doing your thing, Lil Dicky. I just wish you'd make a few more songs, like deep, like Molly, about choosing rap over your girlfriend, like more personal. Like, I think that will really help you out, like get you some more respect, because like a lot of people, like, no disrespect to Lil Dicky, but a lot of people are like, yo, like he's just a parody rapper. That's just my opinion. All right, number 1, you knew it's Eminem, hands down. Eminem. His rhymes, relatability, his sense of humor, and his storytelling, real and not real. I respect that he can actually tell a story that's fake, and people respect that. I want to do that so badly, but I'm always afraid of people. Like, I'm always afraid of, like, oh no, that's like, I guess offending people. I guess I don't know, but I just feel fake when I do it. But I love doing it. I don't know. It's more on that later. Like, enough about me. But excuse me. His sense of humor and storytelling, real or not. Headlights spoke to me right away from my mother passing away. I'll get into more of that, but Eminem was the main rapper that I was getting into when I first got into it. Due to the next question, I'm not going to go into detail about this, like I said, because let's go with my top 10 favorite Eminem songs. That's the next one. Number 10 is Sing for the Moment. Sing for the Moment has me relating when I feel like I'm being censored by myself to, like, please everyone, or my parents once in a while. I'm not allowed to say what I want to say, even if it's for good reasons. Sometimes they're trying to protect me. But I feel like rap didn't brainwash me, but made me a bit more edgier and outgoing. So it's a blessing and a curse. I love the rhymes in the second verse. He talks about everyone that was against him when I feel like it's me against the world. I put this on. The first verse relaxes me when I make a rap, like going off that isn't true. And my values, I'm just like, just fucking around.
Let loose with an expensive gun, playing duck duck goose with an expert's done. I can remember last night fondly, sticking shells through their foreheads calmly.
Like, as rappers do, and some things in music don't have to be literal and being taken serious, and I fucking hate that nowadays. Like, I just like YouTube's changed, man. Like, you could say whatever you wanted when I started. Now it's just but it comes from me too. Like, I don't like to piss people off, but I like to freedom of speech. Like, if you say I can't talk about carrots, I'll be like, I'm gonna talk about carrots now.
The carrot is a root vegetable, usually orange in color, though purple, black, red, white.
Eminem is very inspirational for the people that love his music or have been through shit in their lives, because he was that kid. I was both of those kids too. Like, I loved anything Eminem put out, like his like wacky murderous shit, the Slim Shady era, or his, you know, respect, like, or his emotional. But like, I'm his fan, and I was you know, shit in their lives. I've been through shit too, so because I feel rap is all I have, and I've had a rough life, so that's why I love that song. Thank you, Eminem. Number 9 is Forever with Drake, Kanye West, and Lil Wayne. This is an Eminem song because he killed the track. Let's be honest. Like, no questions. No more opinions. Just kidding. If you feel that way, then yeah, just explain why. But I like, Eminem just put everyone to shame. Let's be honest. Eminem just bullies everyone on the track. This was when he was hungrier and had to prove a point that he was still in the game. He was on the verge of retirement. He talked about that in the song Beautiful. But I love everyone's verses and how they fit with each other. Too bad Eminem dissed them too hard and they can't collab again. Come on, Eminem. What you doing? I've listened to the song for forever now, and I love... Come on, please, just you and Kanye. Like, come on, you and Kanye. That's why I got this thing, so I don't spit everywhere, like...
You're despicable.
Number 8 is Lose Yourself. The first part was about when I was really bad at rapping and was devoured by haters. I mean, consumed. I, like, for good reason though. Like, I sucked. So I kind of relate that to Eminem getting booed off stage, even though Eminem was good at the time. But you know his story. The second verse isn't really that relatable. Only about being distant with family members and but what makes this song one of my favorites is the last line when he says he can't get by with his 9 to 5. If you know me, I had troubles with jobs in the past. I remember back when you told me the bad news. It was Christmas time when I had you. I got fired because I flipped out on my boss. I never forget that Christmas. I cried in the parking lot. I felt like a bum. I lost my job, but my job was to stay strong for mom. It's like, and just life getting harder and getting really boring and feeling I gotta blow up in the rap game to get out of my parents' place. But really, that's I need to learn some life skills to do that. Need to stop doing YouTube all the time. But number 7 is Mockingbird. Mockingbird is related to me because of my mom passing away. I know Mommy's not here right now, and we don't know why. That line really hits me. I feel like my mom is actually saying that to me. When Eminem says I'm gone, I'm trying to give you a life I never had. My mom did all she could, and I think that God's plan was to have me live with my dad and have him teach me things I needed to learn, like real life skills, like I said earlier. But during this, I also put on a false face and pretended to be better for all of my family when it happened. when the passing happened. Dad's with you in your prayers, and just replace that with mom. The line when Eminem talks about him and Kim as teenagers being close. I have a friend that's not as close anymore, so I relate to that. The second verse was about Eminem losing his job, and this time I am Eminem because I got fired once, and I was just trying to stay strong for mom, and I was just frustrated, and I already talked about it. I actually made a remix from this and explained that. With King developing a drug habit, I just replaced that with my mom getting cancer. Like I said, the remix is emotional. 8 Mile is number 6. There's a certain pattern of songs that relate. I'm a sucker for them. I love 8 Mile because sometimes I'm in a fuck it mode. Like, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Fuck it. When I want to quit rap, when I think certain friends of mine just annoy me, when life can't get any shitter, the song plays. For chasing a pipe dream that isn't seeming to work, from being good enough to be bigger, but still have to deal with everything for my case. And it's extra hard for me to do. So, Number 5. Lighters by Bad Meets Evil. I love this song. Lighters by Bad Meets Evil got me through a lot in life. It's a very motivational song, which got me through high school. It goes in how MM isn't gonna let people fuck his world up. As he goes into detail, he says, "I'm sorry if I'm being an asshole when you've been assholes to me the whole time." I just love the wordplay with saying cock is spelled backwards, because cock backwards is cock. When I was over medicated trying to wake up in the morning from the medication, when Eminem mentions waking up from his buzzer, when he has a overdose from the pills, that relates. When he said those bitches roam off, the hussy ass fuzzes, I see that as people that doubted me starting rap. Like, even though it was warranted, I still got mad about it because I'm stubborn, but I realize now, a lot of people get hate starting out with rap because you're starting out. Like, typically, like, you're not very good when you start out, or you're just okay, and people like to tell you if you mess up, and it's nice, but pissed me off. And Eminem says it doesn't matter now, does it? And it really doesn't, when all the love and support he's been getting and I've been getting. So thank you guys. And the best revenge is success in proving your haters wrong, or a switchblade to a hater's ribcage. In a weird way, my haters motivated me as much as my fans sometimes, because actually more sometimes, because I wanted to prove them wrong with whatever they were talking about. And it's like, that's the thing. It's like I'm stubborn. I want to prove them wrong. But number 4 is Walk on Water, ex-Beyonce. Walk on Water made me cry a lot. It's exactly how I feel when I feel like I give my all and it's not good enough for myself, and thinking that I gotta improve each time I do something for you guys to be entertained or to get better. And now that I put in more effort that time, I feel like I gotta do 3 times as much the next time to get better. Like Eminem says, outdo your best rhymes and outdo it 1,000 times. Eminem was brutally honest with his audience and took an inside look on what goes through his head, and he's trying to make another rap. Eminem has a transition throughout his career with his content. He doesn't do as many Slim Shady tracks anymore because he's told he's too old to do that. Like, whatever. And when he does his more motivational tracks with his new style, the old fan base says they miss the old Eminem.
There's a constant tug of war with me inside my head that, how am I supposed to be? When I hear people say they miss the old Eminem, and then I do the old Eminem, people go, oh man, he's too old to do that. He needs to mature his content. He's growing up as a man. He's in his 40s and he's supposed to be this way or that way, and he needs to mature. And then when I do that, then people go back to, I miss old Eminem.
Sets the bar so high that he feels he's got to live up to that, or it's not good enough as, you know, as what he knows he can do. He's the guy that was taught by Dr. Dre to work like this. So Dr. Dre's even worse with being a perfectionist and not even releasing anything until he gets it perfect. Eminem's first Marshall Mathers LP album gained the fans that wanted more of that content, and I feel that Recovery gained those new fans, including myself, that enjoy the more motivational and relatable raps. I'm not a part of some of the fans from each playing tug of war with Eminem and who should be. I enjoy, like I'm saying, is part of some of the fans from each. I enjoy Eminem with whatever he puts out, and unfortunately, this isn't the case with everyone. But you're allowed to like only some of Eminem's music. That's perfectly fine. But it's hard on any creator that has two different audiences. I love the hook by Beyonce. Seeing that I'm only human really helps my inner perfectionist. So. Number 3, 25 to Life. This song relates to me because I do spend a lot of time on YouTube, and it's all about Eminem being sick of hip hop. How he wasted a lot of time and does even dress. He doesn't even dress well just to get back to rap, you know? Like, such a rush to get back to it. I relate a lot, especially when I believe I should be farther with the effort I put into this channel. But staying humble, well, like, when you're angry you think these things, but like staying humble, like I'm further than I should have been. That'll rush back to YouTube and barely think of doing daily things because of it, and devote all my energy into it, and I relate to that. I took a break and I'm better now, but yeah, it was getting that bad. But some days, to be honest, I feel very discouraged from this, especially if I'm not gaining any new subscribers. Eminem knows if he quits rap, then that's all he has, and that's pretty much all I have is YouTube, because I've had it for years and want to know what my life would be without it, what to do. Eminem mentions that rap has helped him cope with stress, and it's unfortunate that the same thing that had you cope with shitty situations is now the same thing that's stressing you the fuck out. That's exactly how I feel about rap sometimes. Eminem then states he gives his all, and the rap game has treated it as not good enough because of the standards he had for the Marshall Mathers LP. When he bends himself backwards, that he folds himself in half until he snaps, which is really cleverly written. He gives his all in. He snaps because he feels he can't give what his fans want. We touched on this in Walk on Water, so I'm not going to go into great detail with the detail. Wow, great writing in the script ability, but these two songs are very similar. From my perspective of this part, I feel I can't please myself with the content I bring out. I'm always ready to start 2 new projects. Once I'm finished with what I'm working on, it's a never-ending cycle. I get 4 more projects I want to do, and I'm not doing what I want to be doing because I have too many projects at once, and like my focus, like ADD attentive, like, and I can't get to do the one I wanted to at the time. I didn't want to do it, but then I changed my mind. So, yeah, but it's like finishing projects like really bad for me. Eminem has no life outside of rap, and it's getting to that point in my life because that's all I do. The next part is great though. Eminem finds like he doesn't give enough of his time to rap, and when he's spending time with his daughters, he still feels like he should be in the studio or writing a new song. he's personifying rap and giving it jealousy when he just is trying to spend time with his family, and he's left his obligations, left his obsessions cloud his mind. I relate to this whenever I'm doing something and I'm rushing it just to get back to rap or YouTube. My biggest fear is being 40 years old and in the same position I am right now. Like I said earlier, I want to make a career, and I do well for myself with this, and that's the main thing that keeps me going, is for a future. And if rap chews me up and spits me out without any money, then I may have wasted my life on rap. I feel sometimes like it's not that I enjoy it. Like, that's the thing though, I enjoy it, but I could have been focusing on my careers and college more. That's my point, that, you know, right now, instead of trying to better myself. Eminem thankfully did get the money to sustain himself, but his case is that without rap, he built an empire that will shatter, and he won't know what to do with himself. And I feel like without rap, what else is there for me to do? So I really love this song. Eminem at the time felt that being left off of the greatest rappers list was an insult to him, because he strived for respect, and that was his hustles of getting as dope as he is, to getting labeled the GOAT. That's what keeps him going, is being doubted and wanting to prove people wrong. But like I said in Walk on Water, now that he's proven that he has no reason to keep going other than just for the hell of it. But like when people went back on him, the Chloroseptic remix, holy shit, he went off on fucking people. Number 2 is Headlights, featuring Nate Harris. This has a lot to do with my mom passing away from cancer. The song really helped me through the time. My mom got to see the worst of me, and she still called me her greatest accomplishment. So, thanks, Mom, man. And that first hook in the beginning related to Eminem being poor and struggling with his own problems. My mom got a lot from me because she was the person trying to help the most. So that explains how Eminem blasted his mom on Cleaning Out My Closet and all the other songs. My mom and I had our struggles because I was going through a lot, and she had to help me out of it. And at the end, he talks about his mother being sick and it wasn't changeable and being estranged from her. Well, it relates to her passing, since she's so far away from me right now, and Eminem feels far away from his mother, being estranged. And cancer is hard to deal with, and it's hard to be changed, just like Eminem's mom had some problems, like Eminem stated. But hey, we all have our challenges, and cancer had to be my mom's, unfortunately. Savage. Thanks. Thanks. I just needed a few minutes. The next line explains why my mom won't get to see my grandkids on Earth anyway, when Eminem talked about his mom not seeing her grandkids very often. Her. Yeah, that'd be her grandkids. It's Eminem's kids. Eminem doesn't have grandkids yet, but Eminem talks about how the medications taken over his mom and her mental state was getting worse slowly. And seeing my mom in chemo, I related to this a lot. It was just so refreshing to just see Eminem apologize to his mom. That's something we don't see very often. He's getting better though. I love the extra hook that goes in, I want a new life, one without a cause, so I'm coming home tonight no matter what the cost. That explains my mom wanting a new life in heaven and to feel better. And I'm a Christian, so I know that earth isn't our home and heaven is. And Mom passed away even though it was hard for us to deal with, or no matter what the cost. If the plane goes down and the crew can't wake me up, just know that I'm alright. I'm not afraid to die. Being when my family saw she was dead, that my mom's okay and she was fearless going to heaven. Even though Even if there's songs to sing and my children will carry me, just know that I'm alright. I was not afraid to die, referring to my mom's funeral with the hymns and me carrying my mom's casket. And never say goodbye, cruel but oral, just know that I'm alright. My mom knew my thoughts of suicide in the, more in the past. I'm fine, guys. But it was terrible back then, and I feel this says it'll be alright and don't go back to that dark place in my life. The weird thing is, this just Eminem's taking a plane to see his mom, and I get so much out of his verse talking about his mom that that she's okay instead. Like, it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but it relates somehow with Eminem just taking a plane to see his mom. But music can really have any meaning the listener wants it to have to help your life, and that's one thing out of many that I love about music. Number 1 is Legacy, featuring Plana. Legacy has a close place to me. It explains how I felt as a kid, being anxious, feeling different, not belonging in this world. And because of the circumstances I was given, I had trouble with people telling me what to do, losing my mother, being treated for a diagnosis, trying to figure out what was wrong with me. I was a bit of a loner too, and I was bullied. This song literally described my childhood to a T. The second verse explained my anxiety again and ignoring bullies, and using rap to be more assertive and say what I wanted to say and explain the controversy. And that's different with Eminem, of course, and he has the balls to say what he's talking about. Then how I found rap instead of writing stories to gain confidence and escaping what is bothering me and actually talking about it. So like Eminem had his comics and I had my stories, so I thought that was really cool. And then the end is making lemonade with lemons with the talent I have. I took a shitty situation and I started rapping and doing YouTube, and like Eminem does, because I was told all my life I had this wrong with me. I had the same people that bullied me, like, become two-faced, like, full is horseshit, now you fucking worship the ground which I'm walking. That's the lyrics, and that's I feel like the two-faced people were like, but it's nice thinking that it's the same for those people. They probably don't care about me now, to be honest. I was just pissed at them, at the position I was put in, and it's nice to bend the words a little bit when I'm upset, when I vent, and overall just accepting myself for who I am. And that's my favorite Eminem song. Hey guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Can you see why I wanted to do this in one whole video? Yeah, there's a lot. I can ramble on for hours about rap, so I hope you enjoyed this Q&A answer and I answered all your questions. Part 3 and 4 will come out whenever I feel like it, because I'm there's certain things I get inspired to do, but they'll be out. That's so I don't put stress on me to get a certain thing out. And the rap review was supposed to be first, but not saying which, because I fucked up and didn't realize the one I said I would. I changed my mind a lot, and I'll see you again when you watch me. Wait, let's do a parody. Metaphorically, I'll see you watch me again, or not. I talked a lot, man. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.